welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the Christmas tag. I did this tag last year and thought it'd be really fun to do it again this year. I will link to the video I did last year if you're interested in seeing it. I will say that some of the questions are similar to last year's, but I added a couple more. So it's a little bit different. I kind of took the questions that I did for that video, got rid of some of them, and then found some other questions online. I will have all the questions in the description if you want to do this as well, so let's go. What is your favourite Christmas film? I have a number of favourites. I think my all-time favourite is definitely Home Alone and Home Alone 2. You kind of have to watch both of them, don't you? But I love Home Alone. I love Macaulay Culkin. It's just such a fantastic film, and it's also a film, it's a Christmas film, but you can watch it any time of year, which I love doing. I feel like the Santa Claus films are very close to that. A more recent favourite of mine is definitely the film The Spirit of Christmas. Oh, I just love that one. I'm actually working my way through a whole bunch of Christmas films this year for a blog post that may or may not have gone up by the time this video goes up. I don't know when this video is going up, but stay tuned, there will be a blog post with a whole bunch of films in it if you're interested. But yeah, particularly Home Alone is my favourite, but there are so many amazing Christmas films out there that I kind of forget how good they are until I watch them. So yeah. Number 2, where do you usually spend your holidays? In the past, I've usually had 2 Christmases. So actually on Christmas Day, my parents and I will go over to my pop's house and have some lunch. Christmas lunch. We'll visit my nan in the nursing home. We'll come home and have like a chilled rest of the day, and then anywhere within the next week I will have a big Christmas with my extended family on my mum's side. We'll go to my aunt's house, who is literally like 2 minutes in town, and have Christmas then. This year we're actually having our big Christmas on Christmas Day, which is really exciting. So we stick very local for Christmas. I would kind of love to travel somewhere for Christmas, but like I don't know where. It's funny, I actually watched last year's video in order to get the questions for this video, and in it I said that I'd suggested to my mum that we go to Echuca and spend like a week there just chilling around Christmas in order to just avoid family Christmas and stuff like that. And I said we'll do it next year. It's now next year and we still haven't done that, so maybe next year we will, but don't hold me to that. Number 3, show us a photo from Christmas past. Now I will say on Christmas Eve I have a blog post going up which I'll be sharing a whole lot of throwback photos on, so stay tuned for that. I will just insert a photo or 2 into this video though, so I don't know which ones I'm going to pick, but there are 2 photos that I'll share with you guys. Number 4, what is your favourite Christmas song? I'm going to continue the self-promo here. I posted a blog post at the beginning of the month sharing my 2018 Christmas playlist. I'll link to that below because there are a number of really great songs on it. But I have a lot of really like favourite Christmas songs that I love listening to. There's 42 songs on my playlist this year. I just kept adding and adding and adding, and then I had to tell myself to stop because there are just so many great ones. I really like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee. White Christmas by Irving Berlin is pretty good. Santa Claus is Coming by High Five is a really good one and super nostalgic. I love Aussie Jingle Bells by Bucko and Champ, so that's Colin Buchanan and Greg Champion. And I said this last year and I'll say it again, probably one of my all-time favourites is Extraordinary Merry Christmas from Glee, sung by Darren, Chris and Leah Michelle. And I said last year I don't think it's an original song. Turns out I was wrong. It is an original song, which I think is so cool. It's just a really fun Christmas bop. But go check out my blog post and see all the songs that I've got on it, because a lot of them are some of my favourites and my favourite versions of particular songs. Number 5, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? Unfortunately, no. I think back when I was a kid, I really wanted to. There may have been even one year where we did. I kind of love that tradition that some people have where they will open like one present on Christmas Eve and then open the rest on Christmas Day. I definitely wouldn't want to open all the presents on Christmas Eve, but I feel like it'd be cool to have open one present on Christmas Eve. I feel like when I have kids, that'll definitely be a tradition I'll try and do, because I just think it's hyping up the Christmas day, the Christmasness. Anyway, but no, we don't. I kind of would like to, but no. Number 6, as a kid, did a sibling ever receive a present that you wished was for you? Now, I actually don't have any siblings. I included this because I still wanted to include this in the questions. I have older half siblings. We never did Christmas together. So we'll talk about, I always spend my Christmas with my cousins, and there have definitely been presents over the years. I think it's really natural that you've probably experienced this a couple of times in your life where siblings or cousins do get better presents, or not necessarily better presents, but presents you wish were for you. I remember one year we had Christmas at my cousin's. We lived 2 hours away. It was like the only time we ever spent Christmas at their house, and my cousin got a baby born. I think it was from her other grandparents, so I couldn't really like complain and be super jealous, but I was jealous because I always wanted like a proper baby born, and I was kind of the age getting past having a baby born, so it's not like I would ever get one. But yeah, she got one, and I was like so jealous. We got to play with it a little bit while we were there, while we were staying there for Christmas, but I was so annoyed. If my actual grandmother and if my actual grandparents, the grandparents we shared, had given her a baby born, I'd be so pissed off, because I was like, where was mine back in the day? There have definitely been some other presents along the way that I've been like, particularly from my grandparents. I feel like my grandparents have like given other cousins better gifts. There have definitely been occasions, there have definitely been times where I'm like, why didn't you just buy us all the same gift? Because I would have loved that as well. Not saying that I didn't like any of my presents, but it's a bit hard to be really excited for your own present when you see someone else opening one. You're like, well, I would have really loved that. It definitely doesn't happen now as an adult. But yeah, definitely several times as a kid where I'm like, oh my God, I wanted that. Why didn't I get that? Number 7, what holiday traditions are you looking forward to this year? I feel like the main tradition that we do every year is watching the Christmas carols on TV. Always so good to sit down and watch them with my mum. We sing along, we enjoy it. Last year we went all out and had like a little like nibbles platter just between the two of us, and it got to the point where we also had to bring out some dog treats for my dog Holly because she was just sitting there waiting for some food. It was fun, it was cute. I feel like Christmas carols is one of my favourite traditions because it is a constant every single year. You know they're going to be on TV, you always watch them. I mean, I love attending our local Christmas carols, but definitely like the ones on TV, because it's just nice to be in the comfort of your own home, surrounded by your Christmas lights and your Christmas decorations, singing along with famous people from Australia. Number 8, is your Christmas tree real or fake? It's a fake tree. I've said this before. I would really love to have a real tree at least once in my life, but here in Australia I don't think real trees are as big as they are overseas. I remember when I said this last year, someone commented saying that near them in I think Queensland they sell fake trees, but I just don't think there's a big market for fake trees here in Australia, and I sort of live in the middle of nowhere. I live out in the country, so we're kind of not in pine tree country. So definitely in the city there's probably real places that sell real trees, but not here. We have a fake tree, it works well. Hopefully at one point in my life I'll have a real one, but I'm pretty happy with fake trees. Number 9, what is your all-time favorite holiday food or sweet treat? It's really the same as I said last year, those like chocolate wafers, which you can buy all year round, but we only buy for Christmas, which is really good because it makes them like that's more special if you're only getting them one time of year. I also just really love the turkey on Christmas Day, because Christmas is like the one time where you actually do eat a lot of turkey. Turkey's like expensive any time of like the rest of the year. So Christmas is like the one time where you get to eat turkey, and you get a lot of turkey, and you get enough turkey for leftovers. I always, without a doubt, every year with leftover turkey, I try to make a moist maker from Friends. It tastes amazing. I definitely recommend it if you have never done that before. Otherwise, there's sort of not really anything else. Like, I mean, I love all the food we have at Christmas, but those two things are particularly my favorites. Number 10, are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? I'm not bad. I'm not a pro, but I'm not terrible. I'm so envious of my mum because she can do a perfect job at wrapping anything, no matter what shape it is. She's like a pro obviously with like your square rectangle stuff, but you give her something that's an odd shape or has multiple things in a present and she'll wrap it awesomely and it would look good. I try and do the same thing, and I've got like extra wrapping paper and it like folded over and like shoved in. I was very fortunate in this year. A lot of my presents are square and rectangle, so they were very easy to wrap, and then the few that were slightly odd shapes, they don't look too bad, but they're not the best looking presents. I'm definitely not terrible though. For some things I'm not far off it though. Number 11, what made you realize the truth about Santa? I answered this question last year, but I wanted to throw it back in for this year. There was definitely like little things that happened that definitely made me realize that Santa was probably my mum. My parents never actually sat down and told me like Santa Claus isn't real. But like as I got older, my mum kind of just realized that I probably knew, and one year presents from Santa just stopped coming. There was no explanation, and it's not like I asked, well, where's Santa's presents? She just knew, I knew what was going on, it was fine. But yeah, there was definitely little things. For example, one time we went off to bed on Christmas Eve, probably half an hour after we'd gone to sleep. I was still very much awake. I don't even know how old I was, but I heard my mum get up. She came into my room. I think she took my Santa sack out, filled it with presents, and then brought it back. Like I could hear the whole thing. We hadn't been in bed long enough for me to definitely be asleep. I don't know why she thought I would be asleep half an hour later. She obviously did it because she knew she would end up falling asleep waiting for me. But yeah, so there's that. Another time, I said this last year, I found a hula hoop under her bed. It was by accident. I was kind of just swinging my legs back and forth under her bed, and I hooked onto a hula hoop and pulled it out. Both my parents were in the room, and I shoved it back under the bed before any of them realized, and I just thought, oh yeah, Christmas present from mum and dad. And then it ended up in my Santa sack, so I was like, interesting. But yeah, there was just very little things that happened that made me realize Santa wasn't real. I don't know, there was no like defining thing. I think naturally as you get older, you kind of realize that Santa isn't real. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who have to be told Santa isn't real, but it's just kind of something you kind of grow out of. You kind of grow out of that belief. It just happens. Number 12, final question. When do you start feeling festive? This year I started feeling festive, I'm gonna say at the beginning of November, because I ended up watching some Christmas films. I watched The Spirit of Christmas and Christmas Inheritance. But it was really the middle of November. I woke up and the Christmas spirit hit me like a freight train, and I started going back and watching over Zoe's Vlogmases for the past like 4 years, 5 years. No, it's past 4 Vlogmases. This will be the 5th one. And then I watched Joe's, and then I watched Alfie's. I then watched Zoe, Joe, and Alfie's like regular main channel Christmas videos, and that tided me over until Vlogmas started this year, which I'm so excited about. Yeah, I start feeling festive probably like probably the middle of November is when I do start feeling a little bit festive, but I was feeling super festive in the beginning, but I was feeling super festive this year in the middle of November. So now that we're in December, again, I don't know when this video is going up, but you know, I've just been very excited for Christmas. I got the tree up as soon as I could. I had all my Christmas shopping done really early and wrapped and ready to go. Like I was starting to play Christmas carols in the middle of November. I was working on most of my blog posts, my Christmas blog posts in November. Like, oh, I was feeling so festive. I feel like probably by the time Christmas rolls around, I'll be over it because I've been feeling so festive and excited for so long. But I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite times of year. So I always do start feeling festive pretty early. Not as early as some people. Some people start feeling festive really early, but you know, it's definitely like mid-November-ish that I'm like, yay, Christmas is nearly here. So they are all 12 questions in the Christmas tag. As I said, I will put them all in the description if you want to do them as well. If you do this video, let me know because I'd love to watch it, or you can answer just some of the questions in the comments below if you don't feel like making a video. With this being, I think, my final video before Christmas, I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday, no matter how you're celebrating it, whether you are celebrating Christmas, whether you're a hardcore Christmas celebrator or just a very chill day, just enjoying it with family and friends. If you celebrated Hanukkah, I hope you had an awesome Hanukkah back earlier in the month. Yeah, whatever you're doing, I hope you have an awesome time. Have an awesome, safe and happy New Year as well. I am hoping to have a video up between Christmas and New Year. I don't know how it's going to go, and I do hope to have a what I got for Christmas video up at some point after Christmas. Since I'm having Christmas on Christmas, unlike last year where I had to wait like an extra week and then like a couple of days after that to get a video up, I do hope to get a what I got for Christmas. I do hope to have a what I got for Christmas video up at some point between Christmas and like the first week of January. I hopefully will get the time to film that. But if I don't see you guys here on this channel until after the new year, hope you have a fantastic new year and celebration and stuff like that. I still have another blog post going up on Christmas Eve, and wait, in saying that, I'm hoping to have I'm hoping to have a 2018 favorites video going up after Christmas into the new year. I don't know. There will definitely be some sort of content on some platform from me before the year is out after this video. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting a lot of Christmassy stuff over there over the Christmas period. So yeah, I think that's enough. I think I've rambled long enough. So to recap, hope you have an awesome Christmas, a safe and happy new year, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye!